Hey, I'm Brian Kohn of Kohn Knives. This is my entry for the Build Along Challenge that is being put on by Redbeard Ops, Wengel's Workshop, and myself. I'm super excited, so let's get into it. To make this just a little bit more difficult on myself, I'm gonna do it in the style of Forged in Fire. I'm only gonna give myself 3 hours to go from stock steel to a heat-treated knife. And then I'm only gonna give myself another 3 hours to go from a heat-treated knife to a finished blade. Let's go ahead and light that forge. I've got the design all cut out and ready to go, and I will be forging on this 1084 bar steel. Let's start that timer. 3 hours starting now. This is a build along challenge, which means if you guys out there watching this video also make this knife and make it to the best of your abilities, you will have a chance to win a part of well over $1,000 worth of prizes. Go ahead down to the description after you subscribe to my channel and check out all of the prizes. They'll be listed down below, and you'll also be able to find a template so that you guys can have the correct dimensions so you guys can make this knife. We are 10 minutes into the challenge and I already have my tip forged out. I'm really happy with how this thing's going, so let's get it back in. It looks like the blade is about 3.5 inches long, which means I'm gonna want to hit it on the corner of my angle at about 4 inches right there.
Okay, Brian, so what are you thinking about this challenge? What's gonna be, unique? What's gonna be challenge to overcome?
Well, as a knife maker, I'm always asked, hey, have you ever checked out Forged in Fire? Have you been on the show? Well, this is my version of Forged in Fire, so this will be a really cool challenge that I've never done before, but I think because it's a really, really great design, but a relatively simple design, that I will be able to forge out fairly quickly and get this thing knocked out. Yeah, I'm excited on it. What's amazing to me is that I was asked to help kick off this knife build along with some really high-end knife makers. We've got Wengel's Workshop, we've got Redbeard Ops, and we have Kyle Royer and his father also doing builds. Go check out their builds in the description down below.
Oh. Now, why did you decide to do Forged in Fire for the build along?
Well, so the challenge is between 3 other really phenomenal knife makers, and they all are going to do really nice, not only really pretty knives, but really pretty videos. I want my video to be a little bit different, so that's why I kind of went with this challenge. We are an entire half hour into this challenge, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I've got my blade shape, not quite where I want it yet, but that's pretty fixable. Next step, I'm gonna just continue working on forging to shape, and then I'll cut off the back side of the knife, and then I'll run inside and start grinding on it. You can see that blade shape is doing a lot better already. I moved that part, that little hill up here down, and I moved the point of the knife back up, so I can already start to, if I finished right now, I could probably grind this knife out of that steel, but I'm gonna try to get it just a little bit closer to shape.
What are some things that you could see going wrong?
First and foremost, if I forge on this thing too cold or, put in too many warps, I will not have time to really mess with it too much. If I screw things up, there's no time to really go back and fix things. So it's really pedal to the metal while also being super careful on not making mistakes. If you like what you're seeing so far, a free way to support my small channel is hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. It goes a long way to support my small business. Definitely a little bit thicker than what I need, but that burnt up quicker than I wanted it to, but you know what? I'm happy with this. Let's go ahead and cut off the end of the handle, get that thing going. Quick shout out to my buddy Florida Man Forge for making this hot cut tool for me. Man, this thing is awesome.
One final question, Blake. You usually forge inside. What What is forging outside in the weather?
That is a fantastic question. First of all, the wind is going to be messing with my forge. You can hear it kind of sputtering from time to time. That's just a little bit of extra wind turbulence that I don't normally deal with. The other thing is the fact that I'm in the sun, my heat is going to look a lot different. So all of my colors are gonna, if it is bright red inside, it's gonna look like a dull red out here. So I'm gonna have to be cognizant about not hitting it cold because it'll start to look darker before it actually is dark. For only taking an hour, I'm really impressed of how quickly this thing forged together. And one thing that I like is I love the distal taper. I mean, this tip is almost paper thin. It still has a little bit of heat from the forge, so I'm letting it cool down in the air to hopefully anneal enough where I can drill in a couple holes in there pretty easily. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I think if I really hustle, I can get the rest of this thing done in an hour, and then I can say that I forged it and got it through heat treat in 2 hours instead of 3. It's not forged perfectly to shape, but I'm pretty happy with where it's at. Couple glaring spots is definitely this little finger choil area I'll have to work on pretty hard, and then the back end of the knife I will have to round over and shape to shape. But yeah, this thing is not that far off. Just another last reminder to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Again, it's free to you guys and it goes a long way to support my small business. Also, if you want a handmade knife, my books are open. All you have to do is message me on Facebook or Instagram. That's where we'll have a conversation. We'll design up a perfect knife for you. Now I just need to straighten this thing out and I'll be able to heat treat it. I would normally do 3 to 4 normalizing cycles, but I think I'm gonna get 2 in before I heat treat it. Get in there. Time. Two hours. That's all I needed. For only an hour and 53 minutes in, I am really proud of how close I got to the profile. Honestly, I think I got just about as close as I possibly could on a forge. I mean, this looks really good and really close to the profile. And also, heat treat came out super straight, and I love the distal taper to an ultra fine tip. I'm really happy with this knife so far. and let's go ahead and move on to day 2 where I finish this knife out. And that's it for the first day on this Forge and Fire style knife build along. I'm so excited to see what you guys make. Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. That is a free way for you guys to support my small business. Check out my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.